knowledge, and a lot to explore and complete. So, while we preparing, here we prepare the most one of the most in-demand skills, quality assurance. Before we begin, let me ask you: have you ever seen a 404 page error? A lot of us. Have you ever clicked on a button that do nothing? I hope everyone have gone through the same, and it happens many times. And it's quite frustrating for any product and for the client reviews. So where this is where quality assurance matters. Quality assurance is a lot much more about testing. It's much more about how your products run faster, smoother, and user friendly. So to begin with, here we have a two speaker lined up to make you aware of the quality assurance bootcamp and much more to learn about. So well before we start, just to mark your attendance, can we give a quick introduction to the bootcamp and what it is about? So, before we begin with, just to mark your attendance and show a little excitement, can we have a quick hand raise from everyone's side? Great, we have a energetic and exciting audience here to build better products and to begin with the journey. It's great to see the excitement before because in today's session we will be introducing to the QA book to the world of quality assurance. And to guide you, we have two amazing speakers lined up to make sure that everything is covered till end. And here, stay till end to not miss the exciting announcement about the QA Bootcamp and the 10 days marathon journey ahead. So, without further ado, I would like to invite our very first speaker, Mr. Saket Gupta, Google Search Console PE at Google, Senior SEO Strategist, and Technical SEO and Data Analytics Expert. He will be unlocking the secrets of web performance and accessibility. A very warm welcome, sir. The
Okay,
stage is all yours.
thank you guys. Thank you for having me and giving me a chance to give a little demo how this speed and accessibility of this new word or web is evolving, or how we can leverage the latest tools to discover new bugs, and fixing those bugs will definitely help users as well as search engines to consume our content in more easy way without an issue. So le- let's start with it's better to present some slides and all. I would like to share my screen to demonstrate how this thing works, and what are the starting points we can see as a QA engineer has to be there, like if we are creating a web or a web app or any website, right? So basic things has to be there. So let's check how we can demonstrate. We'll see a demo how we can check this thing, or how I do personally check a website or a web app whether it is accessible by users as well as search engines. So um, let just give me a second. How can I start screen sharing? Yes, I get an option. Is my screen visible, guys?
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Okay. So let me pick one page that we can start with is Commudle. So we can pick our own page, our own session page. So this is the web page we can see, right? And we want that our user or consumer can consume the content and able to access the web. So first thing we can start is okay. In today's world, we can see AI is everywhere. Everyone is talking about AI and all. So I would like to start with search engine. So as I'm doing search engine optimization, so my first preference is always whether my website is accessible by bots or not. So humans are important. Yes, we are creating content, creating website for humans and users, but in today's time is also important that machines can also consume our content, whether they are not facing any issue, and if they are facing, we need to rectify them. So this is one page, and there are number of search engine or bots you can say, but we'll go with the Google bot, we can say, start with. So as we do not have search console access for now, we can start with rich result tool. So there is a tool from Google side which acts like Google search console inside. So what this basically do is this will fetch your web page and give you a screenshot how Googlebot or any other search engine would probably see your page. So if it is coming blank, or if it is coming something which you do not want or not matching with your actual web page, so this is an issue. So search engines are not able to see your content, users are able to see your content. So this is the thing we can do first. Okay, let's do side by side. So for example, this is our web page, right? This is how it looks like on a mobile device, and this is search console. Mimic like tool, free tool called rich result test. And if we fetch our same page here, let's do it again. We just need to copy the URL and paste here. We can do for our website as well as our competition website or any other web page that we want to see whether it is getting fetched by Googlebot or not. So this will take a time, so I'll let me cancel it. And after completing this test, it will look like this. We can see how Googlebot is able to see our web page. This is something what we are presenting. Is it coming perfectly or not? So I think this is one way thing. So this is how our web page is look like from Google's perspective or any other AI. So if it is coming fine, which means any other search engine probably can able to consume our content and able to show our content to their search engine as well as AI, um, you know, search result or chat GPT or any other AI platform where we can get content. This give you a basic idea how machine are consuming our web page and our web page looks like from machine perspective. Similarly, we cannot see the full screenshot, but we can use the HTML view and see our whole page, or we can just copy paste and render in any other compiler to see all the content is presented of on this page is getting fetched by Googlebot or not. So this is the thing. This is the first thing we do to ensure that our content is fetchable by search engine or machine. So two things: users is there, from users perspective view the page loads fine, and from machine perspective it is also coming fine. So sometime if it is not coming, could be many reasons are there, like any blockage or the page is blocked or the IP is blocked and so on. So but here as a QA engineer we need to ensure that both the site pages has to be load perfectly for search engines as well as for users. So this is the first check we need to do. And second is how fast we can load this web page, right? This is the first thing, that we are loading our web pages. The second thing is how fast we can load. So to do a comparison, we have another tool called Page Speed Insights. So we'll go to the same page and paste the URL and trying to fetch. This will give us an idea how fast our web pages are, getting loaded on users' devices on any other platform. Why it is important? Because we do not have 5G connection everywhere. Sometimes we have, just a second, sorry for the interruption. Okay, sorry guys, excuse for the background and all, but the page speed insights tool help us in understanding how fast our page is getting loaded. Okay, we need to check another page. This is not working. Google or Pixel 10, for example. We'll take another page and test this page here. Okay, this page fails. So let me explain you meanwhile why this metrics means and why these metrics are important on web page for user as well as for search engine. So we'll now talk about users perspective, why this metrics important. So if a web page is getting loaded on our screen and taking longer time to get their content on, it's frustrating, right? So no one can able to see your content because it's not getting loaded, it's taking longer time to get loads, is a bad user experience and no one like it. So whether it is users or search engine, if the content is not getting loaded on your page, no one is going to consume it, and this is a turn off for any website visitor or application user, that your website is not showing anything. So it's essential to load your content on time. For that, Google have created a few parameters with their recommendation group, or you can say threshold, that if your page is getting loaded within that particular threshold, it will consider as good page, good user experience page, good platform or web app, whatever it is. So first thing is largest contentful paint. Second is interaction to next paint, INP we can say, cumulative layout shift, first contentful paint, time to first byte. So few of them are important. Let's talk about the largest content. So if we load our web page, for example, this is AI driven bootcamp roadmap to certified QA engineer first, right? So this is our largest content of that particular page. So if something is coming up on our screen, it is good. This is why things are not working. So ideally, having content on the page provides or considered as good user experience. Things are not on this thing. Okay. Meanwhile, this is getting loading up. We can see another thing, which is responsiveness. In today's time, we can see lots of screen sizes, phone available, devices, whether it is tablet, desktop, or mobile phone. Even sometimes users use watches to see some content on. So it is important that our website is responsive. So to test this, we can just go to the any browser, or we mostly use Google Chrome. So DevTools we can use. If you're using Windows or Mac, we can just shift F12 or Command plus C, or Control Windows plus I. So these are the shortcuts, or just right click on the web page. You can go to the inspect the web page. So just go to the inspect web page, dimensions, select to the responsive, and we can check whether our web page is responsive enough or not according to the width of the screen. We can do this check, which is also very basic but critical for a person who is choosing a web page or a website, that it has to be accessible for all the users on all the devices, or on this all the screen sizes. So this is the thing we can check. This works fine. This is not returning any issue and all, but there are many websites who used to be in fixed width, which is not good. So responsiveness and accessibility by Googlebot as well as for users is a critical thing. page speed is also a great, insight that we should check. So we can see like this, you can consider 1 second for each frame. So from first 5 second we have nothing. So it's not a good user experience. It's not good for any website owner or publisher that their website is not loading on time. So this is also a thing that we need to consider. Their first content on page loads in 3.5 second, which is under red section, right? The recommended value is around 3 second or below LCP and all. So the overall performance for that particular page is 40, which is considered as poor, and we need to work to improve this, web page rendering or anything you can say. I mean, I don't know how technical sounds I'm doing right now, but in basic terms, page speed is important in website accessibility. Along with that, there are many other factors. For example, okay, let's add marketing into it. We are creating something which is targeting senior citizens, you can say, or somebody or we are trying to make something for kids. So accessibility matters based on your audience. So if our target audience or target users are senior citizens, so probably they want bigger fonts on their website so that they can access your content. So if our consumer is children, so they want more animation, more icons, because they cannot read, they can just analyze, okay, this button will do this, or this is the cartoon, this is the icon, this is the apple, and so on. So all these things we need to consider while creating a website or a web page for our consumer. All these things comes under accessibility, which impact user engagement, user experience, as well as search engine experience. So if all things are in a good shape, website will perform better in search. That will increase your visibility on search engine and all. So these are some basic things. I have find few bad examples as well. So this is one website, spacejam.com. They have not changed since 1996. Okay, they have 2021 website as well. If I click on it, it asks me to go. Do you want to go there or not? Okay, let's go to there. I don't think this, layout considered as user experience friendly or anything that gives you good impressions, right? The background is very dark with shiny stars. The font color is hard to read. It's something that the font is not, the text of this particular website is hard to read. All the icons and animations are not good. This is an example of bad user experience. Although we are geeks, we are able to access any website, but think from a person who's new to the web, someone who's elder or too young to this web and all. So if I click on this, the website loads in a very not user friendly manner, right? So the title is empty and all. So this is just a bad example. Things are changing, devices are changing, platforms are evolving, giving us a very good opportunity to create something that actually help users, and users will also able to consume our content with our platform. So for example, if I check this website on page speed inside, they might give me a good score because the website does not contain heavy text or heavy graphics or anything. It doesn't mean my website is fast, will perform better, or user will like it. No, that is not the right thing. Maintaining a balance between user experience and the offering, as well as the need or the user's ask. All things we need to, you know, collect, process as a QA engineer, and identify the best balance between all of these things. So my website has to be, or my web app has to be in a shape that is good from accessibility or search engine optimized, as well as something that people will like it, like they will come. So when I'm talking about like it and come, you can consider this term as marketing thing. So if something is good, people are liking it, we have a good balance between, user experience, search engine optimized, as well as the offering the users need. All these things give a good, package that users will like and come again. That will actually help in business growth as well. Something which is not liked by user, maybe you do not want to go and see that particular website again. So if something which is created in a good shape, people will like it, people will share it, people might save it for, for later use. That will increase an impact on business as well. This is the whole job as a, SEO or marketer I used to do. I think this is a similar thing a QA person will also do the same. So I'm not going in very technical thing in SEO, but overall ensuring that the offering of our product or website is good enough that cater all the users as well as search engines is the best part. There are a lot of things we can discuss. If somebody wants to see more, about page speed, I have found one link created by Google where we can just paste any, domain and check their historical data, how that website have evolved over the time, whether they are improving in terms of speed or providing good user experience or poor user experience, or how the trends look like for that particular thing. All the metrics that we have seen in page speed insight tool. Again, this is a free tool. We can check our web pages as well as our competition web pages. But this is for the same time, right? Whatever I'm, getting is based on my system and my screen, I mean internet speed. But crux is something that, uh, you know created by users data. So I am using 5G, many people are using 5G, but sometimes, when I'm in my bedroom on my bed, I did not receive 5G signal. So that point of time my internet speeds, get reduced. So all this data get collected by Google Chrome team, and they create, a database and showcase all the information here for all the websites from majority of users. They do not collect data for all the users, but we this actually helps to understand in which direction we are going, whether we are improving, where we are, you know uh, not improving. So it this is for geek, or somebody who wants to see, data in trends, graphs and all. So there are APIs as well. You can download it, integrated it with your in-house dashboard to see how your pages are performing individually. So this is a thing we can, use and incorporate in our day-to-day lives to see how our website is using, how our consumer are, users are interacting with our website, the bounce rate. There are other things as well, the session, duration. If something is blocking accessing the content, or is something else that user are not liking it. So checking those things, creating data, you know creating a plan and implement those changes, and again, monitor whether it is going good or not. So this is the whole thing we need to do and incorporate in our process in order to make a good website or a web app. So uh, I don't know, do we have any questions or something that we can, discuss, or anything that you guys want me to add? Or is this one way? Mm, um, Hi guys.
Oh, Thank you so much, sir. The session was really insightful. And
Yeah.
I to the participants to, after the session, it perform accessibility is not just a word. They might get have better. For the participants, I request if we have any question, we have a Q&A. Uh, Drop your questions there.
Yeah, I can see. So maybe after the session, or I do not see any question right now, but maybe after the session when users will ask, I can answer them in chat only.
Uh, we have one item. The resolution from a person. Sometimes it shows that the load time is high for JS files for Angular or React framework, but it's the default. So yeah, we have one question uh,
Mhm.
in the chat box from Arpan sir. Uh, Sometimes it shows that the load time is high for the JS files for Angular or React framework, but it's the core files.
Sorry, we have a platform for like the loading time shows higher for JS and Angular platforms, right? I did not
Uh,
understand the whole question probably.
uh, he's saying that sometimes it shows that the load time is high for the JS files for Angular or React frameworks, but it's
I
the
joined in. Hello,
Hello,
Madhukar.
Arpan.
So
Hi.
yes, I was typing in the whole question. I think I divided into multiple small parts. So basically, Saket bhai, the question is that a lot of times in the performance insights, it takes up the JavaScript, the core main.js file, which is there in Angular or maybe React or any other bundled front end framework, to be the culprit.
Mhm.
That you have, your JS file is too big.
So if we are checking with page speed insight tool, then like I mentioned, it's use our own system sometimes
Yeah,
to
yeah.
test. Sometimes it
Yes.
test with the design system or
Uh-huh.
the environment which is created by Google system as well. But sometimes it's take our own internet connection or the device capability. Based on that, the performance numbers might be differ. For
Okay.
example, yeah, page speed insights tool, we can see score based on a set environment. But if we
Mm-hmm.
are going to check the same page on DevTools audit report or Lighthouse report, so that is using our own internet connection and our own device capability. So if our processor and RAM is faster, then yes, we'll see a lesser loading time for that, for the same particular page. And if
So
the
I'll tell you the exact message approximately is that you have unused JavaScript files or unused lines of code in that JS file, right?
in
Um,
DevTools,
in yes, in the page speed insights, which was earlier Lighthouse,
yeah.
uh, yeah, it shows main JS file that a lot of lines are unused, or this bundle file is very heavy in terms of size. That this JS file is huge. For images and everything, it will show on the basis of the loading time, right? That largest contentful paint, or sometimes the whole HTML file. For example, we are facing that problem with the divided pre-render servers and everything. For the HTML file only, for bot it takes 20 seconds, but for humans it takes less than a second. Uh, so, but for JS file, I mean, it should not misfire. It seems like it is misfiring, right? That because JavaScript is the thing for front end or SPA to render the app.
Yeah, but see, it depend on. See, you said you for user it is loading fine. Possibilities they have cache in their system, or they have already installed the JS service worker, we can say, for that particular
Mhm,
web app. But
mhm,
whenever we check our web pages on
mhm,
any tool, for them,
mhm,
this is the first encounter for that particular
mhm,
URL. Yeah, no matter how we
mhm,
are, how many times we will check for a particular time, let's say 20 or 30 minutes. I don't know the exact time duration. They
mhm,
restore, they store some data of your particular website, and if we are keep checking our web pages, back to back, they will show uh, good numbers because they have some memory in their system. of your website. So that is why it is recommended to, if we have made any changes, so it's recommended to check your web page after 30 or 40 minutes before I mean
Mhm.
after your previous check,
Uh-huh.
so that they can erase the memory and give you the exact or more accurate number. So possibility is that if we are keep checking our web pages on a particular tool back to back, they will give more better give you better numbers because they have some memory in it. They have some
Correct, correct.
understanding of your website. But in
Mhm.
general, there is a time frame that Google takes to load your JavaScript or any content
Mhm.
that is coming because of that particular JavaScript. So
Mhm.
if it
Mhm.
is taking longer because of your server is busy, or your server is not able to cater the request on time, so it won't wait. It just drop the JavaScript and give you an error. Okay, this JavaScript file is too big or too large. I'm not able to fetch it, or I'm not able to run it properly, because of which this error is coming. So scenarios can
Got it.
be different based on, I mean, results different based on the scenarios.
Yes, yes. And for everyone else, I mean, who has been listening, and probably will listen to this after the stream is published online, because we will have a ton of participants join in after this stream also. Like some have registered right now, some will be registering later. So do connect with Saket. He, as humble as he seems and as casually as he has displayed those things, he has worked at the largest possible scales that you might be thinking of. Plus, this is a personal favor that I took, that, on a short notice 2 days ago, that Saket bhai, can you join in?
No,
And
no,
he said yes.
anytime,
But
anytime.
and he's the world's youngest, Google's product expert for
Uh,
Search Console. So you can't. Are you still the youngest, bhai? With a couple of days passing, I should ask you every day.
yeah, that is, I was about to say, okay, I
Huh?
can't retain the youngest title for for a longer time.
But you
I
you
want,
you became the first youngest, or at that particular age, unless someone else comes up younger
yeah,
than
when
that.
I become, I was the youngest.
Mm-hmm,
So people with my age carrying experience, like,
hmm.
let's suppose my age and they have their experience. So it's
Yeah, yeah.
a tech. Anyone can come and join. And
Hmm.
in the next session, I'm going to present in this IO Extend event that how we
Yes,
can
yes.
join, how we can become an expert on anything. So
Correct, correct. So everyone, please do connect and
yeah,
follow, or engage, connect with Saket as much as possible. If you are looking to get some guidance on how to
organic
make your
marketing.
applications reach
Yeah,
to more people without spending
organically,
money on marketing, right? So
organically, I
organically,
would
and
say.
Commudle is a result. Today we have around 250, like at least 250 to 300,000 views a month, and this is since day one. uh, this was, I still remember, we've met before a number of times, but we had lost touch, right?
Yeah.
And I posted a forum query publicly online on Google Search Console forums, that hey, I'm facing this problem, and probably Google had released some updates which was not announced, and I get a personal WhatsApp ping, Arpan bhai, I am doing this, and I'll help you solve it. And since then, it's been like every query now and then, it's like me buzzing Saket and taking help from him. So
Yeah,
yes.
even it's a two-way thing, right? I'm getting chance to encounter new issues, whatever is happening. So developers are doing great job these days. Technology is evolved a lot. So in older times, we used to have just HTML, CSS, or basic PHP and
Mhm.
basic thing. But these days, technologies have evolved. We are getting more chance to encounter and solve you know new problems. So it's a two-way
Yes,
thing. I'm also learning, and yeah, this is a good
that
thing.
is the beauty of community.
Yeah, learning from
Yes,
each other.
yes, yes. Uh, okay, cool. Yes, Aviral, over to you. Sorry, we've been chatting a lot. We can do that the whole day. So, yes, I don't want to hijack your hosting.
Sir, just a quick question. Just a quick question. that what the checklist you will suggest to the new testers or the new product builder they should follow before launching their product in terms of performance.
In terms of performance, so first thing is speed. This is the essential things. If the content is not getting loaded on user screen or any search engine screen or any machine in screen, it's not helping. So I'm not suggesting to create a blank page. Oh, this loads in within milliseconds. No, there is a balance between the offering, the user, as well as you're providing whatever content you are providing. So there is a standard benchmark in every niche or every market. Just go through there and check the benchmark. Okay, what other competitions are able to achieve, I mean the score that they are able to achieve. If you are able to match or do some better, that is the best thing. That will help the users as well as the website. So this is the first thing. Yeah.
Uh, well, that's great, and I hope the product builders and the testers will keep in mind before launching their product. Uh, it was a great and insightful session, sir. I hope the participants have gone through the session very well and have the better understanding of the terms. And for everyone, if you have any question, you can connect sir on LinkedIn and drop your Q&A with there. And meanwhile, you can also drop your Q&A. We will forward him if you have any questions. So, thank you so much, sir, for your time.
Thank you guys. Thank you for having me. And now where should I click?
Okay, so you can just click on leave session. This is a new interface, but I'm glad that it worked. We
Yeah, this is
deployed just
first time I'm
15
using
minutes
it.
before some updates and everything. So, in terms of WebSockets. So, yes.
So, I hope you all had a great time here. And so, moving forward, we have a great community builder, Mr. Arpan Sir, the founder of Commudle, co-founder of Exa Protocol, and the organizer of Google Developers Group New Delhi. A very vibrant tech community we all have seen on social media, on Instagram, and yes, we have all aware of the Dev Fest, the great event hosted by GDC New Delhi. Sir will walk you through the communal and share the event guidelines you should follow throughout the bootcamp to make you climb the leaderboard more faster. So, with warm welcome, I would like to invite Arpan sir.
Okay, I have been already here. So, yes, but thank you. Thank you, Viral, for welcoming me. I'll just open the guidelines that I have to be shared. And yes. So first of all, super duper duper thanks. I guess more people have joined in between. And Chirag says, I am a first year student. How can I make a career in AI field soon? But before that, thank you for joining in. And I am excited to begin this bootcamp with the Ambitious team because this will serve probably as a baseline or bottom line or the foundation for a lot of people into finding bugs or usability bugs in a lot of websites or applications that they use. And, this will more so not just develop the technical skills of you being able to find the right ones, log them correctly, but also will give you an insight into uh, maybe what are the things that you need to be looking at to find. Because again, sometimes according to us, something is a bug, but it might not be as crucial, or it might not exactly be a bug for the company to solve immediately, but something that you find immediately, which is highly critical, that makes sure that the people uh, at the company listen to you for maybe your own company where you are working at, or for some other product. And that is how people also get into sometimes bug bounties also. And your career as a tester, as a QA QC person, will take that first step from probably this bootcamp. Okay, so we'll divide it into steps. I will lay down the index or the session, or basically what the program will be about, towards the second half. In the first half, I'll take you through how Commutable is working, what are the different features or pages that you might be able to test out and look at. And then we'll look at how will you report bugs, what kinds of bugs and everything. And third is how will we look at basically the whole program in terms of progressing through each day. And yes, the bug hunting begins today itself. So anyone and everyone, there will be a leaderboard as in not something that who found more bugs or who found lesser bugs, but who found more critical or useful bugs. But yes, more bugs could also be a criteria for it, right? And secondly, what is there in terms of takeaways? Well, you get a Commudal T-shirt if you are into the top bug finders, and there is no count limit right now. But I guess Ambitious team would have already kept on it that how many people would be getting it. So we'll come to that in the second part of this today itself. Yes, I won't take a lot of time. And secondly, there is a chance to get seats at DevFest New Delhi, which is going to happen on 12th of October, which we've recently announced, I guess today or yesterday itself. If you are watching this video on 11th of September 2025, right? So let's go ahead. Part one: how do you explore Commudal? Okay, let me share my screen. And my screen, another one, I mean, where I will be browsing through is here. So I will be just looking here on my right, but to your left. Mm, Okay, I will start sharing. A quick thumbs up or anything if you can see my screen. Hmm. Great, thank you. Thank you for confirming. All right, so the first thing you need to go to commudal.com. Okay, commudal.com, www.commudal.com. Go and search on Google for Commudal, and everywhere you will find that how it works. The name COMMUDLE is Community plus Doodle. That is how the name arrived. Now, I will look at the logged in version. You can look at the logged out version also. You must look at. There might be something that might be breaking on logged in version and not on the logged out version, or vice versa. Right? If you go down on each page, there are different sections on each page. There are multiple buttons. There are links to profiles and other pages. So how do you find all the pages that you can test initially? If you are looking at it, all the pages are listed over here. Okay, right from the jobs page. Okay. Uh, the footer has changed over here because we are minifying it on infinite scrollable pages. But let's go back. And what I'll do is I will open each page in a new tab. I hope it doesn't hang, but still. So yeah, rest of them, let it be. We'll come back. So there is an about page, which has different sections. Then there are features which are listed. Then there is pricing. There. Okay. Yes, there is pricing with different things, features again, and then documentation is hosted on a different domain. So you can skip documentation completely for now. Yes, skip documentation because it is being managed through another platform which is called as Gitbook. Now there are other pages like student nonprofit community support, and then if you look at these menu items on mobile, these would be appearing at the bottom. So you can look at communities. Okay, then there are labs, there are builds, and if you change this to hackathons, there are hackathons as well which are happening on the platform. And there is a book that is published. There is for development agencies. Experts program is also there. You can look at experts from here. You can also look at speakers from here. There is a set of tabs over here: speakers, speaker slides, call for speakers. You can go to each page and check it out. Each page is routed. You see this is a different URL, so each of them can be analyzed separately. If you look at it, there is a separate notifications page also. Okay, this loads up. All right, then the most important for you personally is your profile. Okay, so if you go for profile, and yes, this is the AI driven bootcamp running as a campaign on Commudal itself. So Yes, we have started this also. I am Shruti. We are basically showcasing the different pages of the platform when you will be testing out the platform and you'll be participating in the QA bootcamp. So this bootcamp, the details on how the bootcamp will progress is something that I'll just showcase after this, because looking at the website is very important right now. This is not a demo for me to showcase or talk about Commutable, but this is because you are going to be testing this website. So I'm just taking you through how to navigate around it in case you face any errors. Then another thing is, for everything, uh, you have a dark mode also. And yes, on and off, I keep on finding things which break in dark mode but work in light mode. That could also be a bug. Another thing is, if I just inspect and go to a mobile view. So for mobile view, we've not kept it in a manner that someone will keep on, reducing or increasing the screen size of their website. So you will have to refresh. We've not kept it flexible right now. That is an intentional decision, which we might change in the future. But for now, we've kept that. So you can select different devices, whichever phone you use, you can choose that. Or if you use a foldable phone and it is not listed here, so you can, put it as responsive and change these dimensions as well and test it on mobile. But if you want to test it a little bit easier on the mobile, there is this plugin that you can look at, which is called as Mobile Simulator. Now, if I go to activate mobile view on this tab, it will load up in a phone. Now, this phone, I'm not sure whether it can be changed or not, but I'm pretty sure it can be changed model, and you can select it into an iPhone X. So now this becomes an iPhone X. Okay. Now, if I do Google Pixel 8, yeah, it'll ask me for money. So obviously, this is the free version, and you can just try to use it like a mobile application. Okay, and this is a progressive app application, so it is there. So Shruti, you will get all the details over email. The Ambitious team is working on it day and night, and they will share it with you. So don't worry on that. Right? Don't worry about any of the logistics. It will be shared with you. Okay. Now this is done. This is a free boot camp. Don't worry. No money is getting charged. We want to work with the community. In return, we are getting a lot of bugs to be noted, and we can improve the platform. So Ambitious came up with a very good idea that, hey, Commudal, can we manage this for you? This is something that will give you faster growth. And as a team, that is what they do: help out with developer programs. So that is why we are working together on this. Okay, so this is how you do it. Look at different pages, right from logging in to logging out to clicking on different buttons, and you progress alongside. Okay, so now I will unshare and share my screen again and go to the nitty gritties, or the things which you need to do at the bootcamp. Okay, and here we go. I guess the team is making full use of polls, and I'm so happy to see that. Okay, I can't wait for the goodies, for the bugs. Okay, Shruti has a lot of good questions. Exactly what do we have to do in the bootcamp? But till then, in terms of browsing, if you have any doubts, please feel free to post it in the Q&A section. And here is me telling you about what you have to do in the bootcamp. Okay, so the bug hunting begins from today, but let's go through the schedule first. The goal is to empower anyone and everyone. Mostly college students are participating in this, to learn QA skills, the basics of it. And don't worry, we have speakers just like Saket has been there, more amazing speakers lined up who will be taking you through how it happens at an enterprise level, how it happens as a startup level, and how you can build your career. So consider this to be one of the first stepping stones, although stepping stone is the first stone, but one of the first milestones in your career to begin your career into QA and testing. Okay, from the very basics on how to do it. Plus, whatever bugs you analyze, you basically or report to, you get recognition for it in terms of it gets solved, and you can tomorrow brag that this is something I had notified Commutable about, and we are happy to give you credit for it, right? Just like we give credit to the developer who solves it, So yes, alongside. Coming back, you can read the document, but I'll take you through it. I have explained the goals already. So the agenda for today, which is September 11, is welcoming everyone, uh, talking about QA career roadmap, basically what this bootcamp will take you through. Then there is a huge rise in demand for QA and testing, right? A lot of people are doing it via AI as well. But then again, still, to understand or make AI understand on what to test, to use AI as an assistant, you need to understand what is testing. So that is rising demand. So whenever people are saying today that AI is taking away a lot of jobs, AI is providing a lot of jobs as well. It is empowering you as an added assistant with their own skill set. All right. Then testing as a career path. Well, you will meet amazing testers, amazing folks who are into this field in this bootcamp. So your goal is to find bugs. Okay. Your goal is to uh, all right. Okay. Your goal is to find bugs in the website, in the web application, either on the mobile version of it or on the desktop version of it. We are working on the tab version of it, but yes, if you find out that things are breaking on tab, that is fine. But what kind of bugs? What do you mean by bug, Arpan? Everything is working fine on the website, or I don't like the website at all, or I love the website altogether. How do I find bugs? Well, that is something that you have to fiddle around with the website. Yes, fiddle around means go to different links, go forward, come backward, fast, or slow. Click on different links, find out which image is large, which image is slow, or basically small. And this should not be working this way. This is broken. That is UI UX things. This thing should not be like this on mobile, but on desktop it loads fine. That is a UI UX bug. This link is not working. There is a typo in this text. This color is not readable on the light mode, but it is working on dark mode, or vice versa. These are UI UX bugs that you can be looking at, right? This navigation doesn't work fine, is a UI UX bug. I'm not able to use certain thing on mobile. That is a UI UX bug. Performance, as Saket introduced you very aptly and beautifully, that website, some pages might be loading slow due to maybe an any sort of slow loading images, slow loading content, or maybe pagination is not implemented properly, or maybe the section is not loading up altogether due to whatsoever reason. You do not know the reason. That is also fine. That is your performance. Second one. Third is browser compatibility. So I personally feel this is one of the most exciting parts, because we always say, and during this call also you would have seen, if you were not on Chrome, if you are not on Chrome, it would have said that Commudle works best on Google Chrome browser. So testing it out on other browsers which are famous. Now, if you come back and tell me that I've tested it out on Opera, and Opera has X million users right now. Your users might be using Opera, maybe yes. If you tell me that we have tested it out on Arc browser or Brave browser, it is coming up very fast. So definitely. So if something is breaking on different browsers, working fine on one, breaking on Safari, working fine on Chrome, that is a very very important insight for a company, because they can't control which browser their users are using. They can only tell or suggest that for using my product, use this browser, but that is also a big drop of reason a lot of times. Third is accessibility. Somewhere overlaps with UI UX, but still very different. Now, different means that some button, my thumb is not able to reach that. It is too small, right? Two buttons or two pieces of links or text, too close. What not to look at it is, if some user has entered description of an event, let's say, or user generated content, or any comments or anything. If they've pasted two links very close, I cannot do anything about it because it's a part of the text. But if there is something which is natively a part of the website, how the website chooses to display a button, any links, hyperlinks anywhere, which you are not able to click, any colors which are not readable, something which is too bright for your eyes, or something which is not working on dark mode, something which is working on light mode, and the opposite of it, or vice versa, that ways, right? All those things. And finally, the fifth one is functionality bug. Login button should log me in, it is not working. Log out button should log me out, it is not working, right? Functionality, I am clicking on follow on a community, but not working. So, citing all of these is very important. What is out of scope? Well, security testing. If you tell me that backend security or backend APIs might not be working completely fine, that becomes difficult. But if you come back and tell me that this particular API is making this page slow, we will definitely consider it. Okay. And obviously, out of scope is another bug which requires admin code access. This all these details will be shared with you as well. Now, as we proceed in the phase two, which is 10 days from now or 9 days from now, if I include today, then 10 days from now, on September 20, we are going to have two workshops and continue with the bug hunting. So one workshop will be the beginner track, and it is open for everyone, wherein you will be again navigating through commudle.com, checking through mobile responsiveness, and see through a professional's eyes that how they find bugs into the platform. Second is an intermediate track instead of advanced. It is again open to everyone. Well, you will be learning more about performance testing, on how you are able to find out performance related issues, pinpoint them, and go back to the team, product team. As a QA team, you go back to the product team that this is something that is causing the problem, and you need to fix this. A lot of times with the solution also. Then phase 2.2, which is going to be the final day kind of thing, before the judging part, wherein this is an advanced track. So if you have attended beginner, intermediate, and advanced, imagine the amount of skills you have already developed in terms of the bugs you found. I'm also feeling scared while I'm talking about this, because the bugs are going to be found on commudle.com, which is my product. So, but excited also because it will make it better once we start fixing them. Advanced track. Out of those five things, whatever remains will come through this on this advanced track, and you'll have speakers from top of the companies to be interacting with them, and you might get a chance to personally connect with them as well. So this is going to be more on the technical stuff side of things, where you are using more tools to simulate and test more things. Okay. Then bug hunting continues. You have a deadline to submit by midnight of September 21 all the bugs that you have collected. How you will submit is also something that I'll share with you. Finally, phase three. Well, the timeline and other things will be shared with you very soon, and we are preparing that. But still, phase three, the judging criteria, scoring criteria. Well, bug validity and everything carries different points. For example, bug is valid, 3 points. Clarity and evidence, that you've provided clarity that how is this bug occurring, 2 points. Then severity, how severe is this bug? According to that, points are there. And diversity of categories. Someone has found out bugs only in one direction. Amazing. Someone has found out bugs in multiple directions. Again, amazing. We are rewarding more points to that. Then there's a leaderboard. Top 20 performers will be announced at the closing ceremony, and featured. You will get featured in the community communal newsletter and on social media for the top 20 performers. And then there would be social media recognition. So 20 is a number that we're feeling that people will be getting there. And even if it is less or more, depending on how awesome has someone found the bugs or taken apart our website, is something that depends on you. All right. Now let's look at how will you submit these bugs. Final. I will not give you any more gyan after this. Maybe this gets covered in another 2-3 minutes. So just 5-10 word, one sentence thing of what is the title or what is the bug. For example, if I say homepage about section, about page team section is slow, or homepage testimonial section is broken, something like that. Okay. Category. So out of all those categories which were mentioned, which category would you put it into? Okay. Not loading means it is broken, as in doesn't work. So it's is it a UI UX issue? Is it a performance issue? Is it due to that it runs on Chrome but it doesn't run on Safari or any other browser? So is it a compatibility issue, right? And then there is device type, which is desktop, mobile, tablet. Which device did you test it on to? If you tested it on multiple devices, you can mention them here. Which browser did you test it on? If you tested on multiple browser, again, you need to mention that. You can copy paste the user agent also. And how to find user agent is a good thing which you need to Google. Priority according to you. You know, if something is breaking on the home page, if something is making home page slow, what is the priority? Is it low? Is it high? Are you there? If you can put it into chat. Is it going to be low or is it going to be high? Yes, it is going to be high. Okay. So similarly, you have to put that priority, and it is totally your judgment. We are not saying that, according to us, it is not high. We will analyze that later on. Then finally comes your steps to reproduce. How do I reach that bug? That is a bigger question. Okay. So how will I reach that bug? That you have to define, or you could just use the Jamboard and you can provide an evidence link of how to reach that. Writing it down always helps, but video or screen recording is also good enough. All right. But when you have written that, this is a bug, what should be the expected outcome? If the bug wasn't there, if the bug was resolved, how should it work according to you? This section should load, or this link should take to this page, right? That gives us an idea of how you think the solution, what solution should be there. Okay, Swati, which part do you want me to look at again? Please don't say everything, but probably pick one point from where I could reiterate. Okay, I'll wait till Swati responds for another. What we have to do? Okay, I'll summarize. Don't worry on that. Just grasp all this information that I'm giving to you, and then we will begin. Okay. We will give you task one, what you have to do. All right. Okay. uh, Actual result, what is happening right now? Well, you've already given the short description, so what is happening right now? And if you want any additional note, that I tested this on a small I would say slower Wi-Fi, or on a 2G connection, or things like that. All right. And what you have to do is, you have to click on file, make a copy of the sheet. The sheet will be shared with you with all the instructions, how you have to follow through. And you can start editing and adding more rows to this sheet. In sheet 2 of this, you have to write your full name and the email with which you have registered on Commudle. And if you want to provide any further information, which college you are in or anything, you can put it on Commudle profile itself. Okay. All right. Now coming to the big question. What do we have to do? Okay, step one. When this sheet is shared with you have to make a copy of this sheet. Okay. Once you make a copy of this sheet, you can delete all these columns and rows on this, and you can begin testing things on Commudle after that. So first, step one, make a copy of this sheet. Okay. Is that understood? Can I get some raise of hands that you've understood it? Okay, great. Step two, you have to start browsing through pages to find bugs. Let's say, pick one thing, that my job is to find text which is not visible on dark mode. My job is to, let's say, if I open commudle.com, pick a category of bugs. So my job is to find in this network tab how to find the largest file or largest size. Okay, this is a little bit technical. Largest in the sense which makes the page slow. So if you find anything, any image which makes the page slow, it should be an image, most probably, or any sort of a media. That is something that matters, that we can make smaller. Okay, this is right now 0.7 KB. It is doable. So any sort of a usability bug, I will randomly browse through the website and click on different links, and I will find out that which link needs to be working but it is not working. So you have to find bugs. I will test this out. Okay, Arpan is saying that this works best on Chrome. Let me take this website apart on Safari. So I will install, if I have a Mac or an iPhone, I will install Safari, or I will install Arc browser or Brave browser, which works on any system across, irrespective of operating system, which one you use, and I'll find out which page doesn't work. Okay. Another part that you could do is, all right, I've spent 2 hours, I've found maybe one or two things, not a lot. I will install this mobile simulator. I will activate mobile view, and now I will navigate again. Okay. I will, or maybe on my mobile, I will open and I will see what doesn't work. For example, this section. This section works fine here, but if I go to the community section, let's say, okay, now if I come here, probably this button is too small. It is not visible according to me. This is a bug according to me, right? Visually, this is not even visible. Probably should be given more visual hierarchy. UX bug, accessibility bug, that it is mixing with the background. Maybe I might be wrong. So that way, so you have to find out bugs, both technical and non-technical, which pertain to any of these categories which are listed here, and these categories will also be shared with you over email. All right. So if you've not yet registered for this event and are attending directly, go to the registration form on the event page, and you just need to register, and we have your email ID. Okay. Any more doubts? Any more doubts? I will take a pause here. I will stop here, sharing my screen. Here itself. Okay. I will share the link of the registration page, registration form, book your slot. This is the form that you have to register on. Yes, event page is there. So book your slot is the one, right? Now, once you register, please circulate this with your friends. You will find a link to this video also, and maybe you could be the teacher for your friends who can explain that what needs to be done, and that ways you will also get clarity. So that is how we have to proceed. Okay, I'll take a pause and thank you for listening to me with so much patience. I can see that most of the people have stuck around. So, yes, and those people who are watching after this has been streamed live, welcome to the cohort, and we are excited to take this forward. All right, over to you, Aviral.
Thank you so much, sir,
Yes,
for
Swati is asking, data will be shared. Yes, all the things will be shared with you over email by Aviral and team. You will get all the details, and everyone will be in touch with you. Probably we'll create a common group or something whenever needed. Okay. Yes, Aviral. Sorry, please continue.
so thank you so much, sir, for sharing the roadmap and setting up the expectations so clearly. So before concluding the event, everyone is wondering that how is event is actually differentiating from other events you have been ever to, like from other boot camps you have been ever to. So what makes it special is first thing that here you will learn. You will not just listen or just seeing the turning of slides. You will do things at your own. You will find bugs at your own, and the most importantly, here you will find bug on the communal.com live. Yeah, as the certain also mentioned that we have multiple workshops lined up for you, teaching you different tools. There you will be seeing that how the bugs on are find on the live website. Third thing, here you have a free access to the industry tools like gem.dev, anti-browser, xdev tools, and much more. Don't worry, we will share the links for all these tools and the how to work on these tools through mails to you. Even fourth thing, exciting rewards and PPIs you are exciting. I can also see in the chat box that some people are excited about the internships, some excited, and also on the pool result that some are excited about the purse. Yes, you will receive the certificates on achieving certain number of works which we went mentioned in the email, PPIs, most importantly, merchandise and swags, and yes, shout out on social media and newsletter. Imagine being finding your name on the newsletter of the company, having millions of users. Wow, what a wonderful. So, I hope you find both of the sessions and insightful. And if you have any doubts after the session, and yeah, so the most important thing we have not missed out the seats in the FSQ Delhi. We all have heard that it's all about networking, peer-to-peer connection. You will be building there too. A lot on the plate, and the task is just to find bugs and explore the website. Some people might worry during the marathon that QA is all about testing. No, it's all about building better projects that may help you in building better projects of your own, better projects of yours in future as well. So we will be sharing all these information through mails, the reporting template, the timeline, everything we got you covered. You don't have to worry. If you have any question, any doubts, you can just drop the Q&A. You just drop it in Q&A right now, or can um, yes, Swati. Yes, Swati, you can drop it in the chat box. And yeah, and also after the event, we got you covered. You can drop it in on the event page if you have any doubts on connect on the LinkedIn. We will share everything with you. So, great journey to see ahead with all of you, and most importantly, the workshops which we are talking on 20th and 21st. It's mandatory for everyone to attend to get the basic certification, to get exciting rewards in between, and to be the part of the QA journey to build better products. At last but not least, I request everyone to stay tuned, stay curious, and have a happy hunting journey. Thank you.